How many more years are you gonna wreck my life? How many more years?
Well, I've always felt a kind of responsibility to myself and to any audience that comes to hear me play, to do the best I can and to stay true to the art form. To me, this is my whole world in terms of what I'm doing professionally. Shut up. Hello. Good eye. Anyway,
or my love too. Boo, baby. Boo, baby.
I think blues is blues. Every person that does blues, male, female, whoever, adds his or her own take to what is a traditional art form. But if you do too much to blues, it isn't blues anymore. If you do too little, it's not blues anymore. And blues is what it is. How has it changed? I don't think it's really changed. I'm sure there's just more recognition of it than there ever has been, maybe. It's popular all over the world. It may have started in the US, but it spread very quickly.
Move round the corner like a vision in a dream. Picture of love like coffee and cream. I eased on up and I tooted my horn. I said you're the sweetest thing that ever was born.
Being a traditional art form, you would always look to those that came before you, and for inspiration, for education. I've always been a fan to start with, and really admired certain artists tremendously who inspired me to want to play, and my emulation of them turned into my own style. I mean, everybody eventually has their own voice only. I mean, you can't be anybody else, so that's how it works. Well, no one really knew him that well. They knew of recordings. There weren't many. He was on the road. He was very mysterious in the sense that blues wasn't top of the pops back then. He, was happy on his own. I guess he didn't hang with a lot of folks. I mean, there was a few artists that he, did gigs with and hung out with on occasion, like Johnny Shines was one. And in that film, I got to talk to Johnny and Honey Boy Edwards, who also played some gigs with him and knew him. He didn't have a long career, so not a lot of folks knew much about him. But those recordings were so dynamic that anybody that heard them was moved, inspired, whatever.
I can't be satisfied, but I just can't keep from trying.
Well, I met Tom Waits in 1974. He opened a show for me in Arizona, and he was just phenomenal. I mean, he's one of those magic guys you see play, and I was so impressed. I mean, I am to this day. He's just a phenomenal player, talent, observer of life, and great performer.
I'm cutting out. Got to move on up the line. 'Cause if I stay another day, you're gonna drive me out of my mind.
When you get to a point where that's all you want to do, I mean, when I was 18, I said, this is what I want to do for my life. When I was 19, I started playing professionally. I mean, that's the way it went for me anyway. I know guys who had that feeling, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out. You know, life has ways of throwing you curves, you know, and things happen. But when it's in you, like it overwhelmingly, that's what you want to do. That's what you do.
The hips. She got long red wavy hair. She's got ruby red lips. She's tough. Ooh, baby, you tough, baby. My baby tougher. She's rough and tough. Now when she walked past.
John, that's all I have for this little vox pop, and I apologise for what's going on down there.
It's all right.
Thanks for giving us the time to be interviewed, and we're just so humbled by you being here.
Well, thanks, Rob.
May the blues go on forever and your troubled road be a safe one, mate. Thank you, John.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Amen.
Bingo!